Good day, students. So today on marketing management, we are going to discuss some two topics. The first one will be about positioning, and in the second video, I will talk to you about customer relationship management. Customer relationship management is some topic which is quite oriented towards technical in recent days. Positioning is a very interesting topic, and I'm sure you will enjoy this session, which we can easily relate to whatever is happening and what we observe in the commercials that is being watched today. Okay, so getting into this topic, positioning. As the name says, literally, if you want to tell me what positioning is, what is the position? As simple as it is. Every day in our walks of life, we come across every products and services, and inside our mind, we have something registered about a particular product and service. Say, for example, it may be your mobile phone, or it may be a fast moving consumer good like a shampoo that you use, a soap, or a coconut oil, a brush, a particular brand of toothpaste that you use. About each and every particular product, or it may be a service, inside your mind, you will have some thought process. Like, no, something would have been registered inside your mind. So, what is registered inside your mind about that particular brand or about that particular product? That is what is called as positioning. To be very simple, the moment I say Maggie, you remember it as a 2 minute noodle, or the moment I say dairy milk, you remember it as a chocolate which you will share and eat. So, whenever we talk about a particular product or service, there are something which has been registered, or I can tell that has been positioned inside your mind about that particular product or service. So, that is what is your positioning. Okay. When we talk about product positioning, it is the position of that particular product inside your particular mind. Okay. There are also something called as brand positioning, where the brand has been positioned in the minds of the people. But for our topic, we are just going to talk about product positioning. So, as the definition goes by, product positioning is the way the product is defined by consumer on important attributes. So when I say attributes, it means characteristics. So based on the product characteristics, it is positioned inside your mind. So that means the place of the product occupies in consumer mind relative to competing products. By nature, we are all as humans used with comparison, right? We say when a particular product, like no, we say this is more expensive, or we say this is more good in terms of features, or we say it is used by this particular people. So there are so many ways we try to compare a particular product or service with a competitor product, right? So in that way, positioning is the place the product occupies in consumer minds. You are always like no thinking that particular product from the relating to the competing products. Okay, with this we will move further. So your positioning is going to answer all these questions. What is my identity? Why do I exist? For whom I exist? Why will they choose me? So the answers for these questions lies in the positioning. Okay, how are we going to do positioning? Usually the company will decide on a positioning strategy, and once when they decide on a positioning strategy, they communicate. The most common way to communicate to the people is through advertisements. The very advertisements that we usually see in the television, or like today in digital medium, or wherever it is, because the only way the company can reach out to the mass is through the advertisement, right? So that is how the company uh, let's know the people. Okay. And now the question is for you, maybe like, how does it get positioned in the minds of the people and how is it related to the advertisement? It is as simple as it. Whenever you see an advertisement, immediately that is what is getting registered inside your mind. And above all, when you start using that particular product or service, that is getting actually added upon there. And your real time experience also counts. So, whatever is your mind position about that particular of product or service is through positioning. Okay, let me give you an example. Uh, Look at this advertisement. Okay, so this advertisement is very specific. When Disney was launched sometime in the April 2020, right? So, 1 minute. It was very specific when Disney was launched in April 2020, along with Hotstar. Obviously, it targeted the kids, especially that was the time when the lockdown also came in. So, it came in as a product for the kids, especially. That is what is the identity. And it also answers why do I exist, for whom I exist, and why will they choose me. Yes. Okay, so we will move on further. So what is going to be the significance of this positioning? It is going to simplify the buying decision process. When people are trying to evaluate different types of products, like know what are the various options available which I can show to the kid on a television or something like that. So when they try to evaluate it, it is going to help them to make their decision process simplify. So you remember that we were talking about the buying decision process earlier. So every customer has to go through a different stages of consumer decision making. And when he is going through the decision making process, he is making evaluation. So he know what are the list of products that is available. So he tries to compare and then he evaluates and then make a product, and obviously it will provide a competitive advantage in the target market, and it will also help in designing the marketing mix to establish the positioning. So when we say designing the marketing mix, obviously we will be fixing up the what is your product price, place, and promotion, where you have to promote. So it will also help you to develop that. So when we see further examples of positioning, I'm sure you'll be able to catch up. We'll move further on this. So there are different strategies that the company will adopt. There is not one strategy. So the company can choose either one strategy or they can choose more than one or two strategies. Okay. So in this particular case, uh, based on the product attributes or benefits, the one which we saw, like the Disney Plus being integrated with the Hotstar VIP app, is like it has a specific special features for the kids to play the Disney movies. That is one specific product feature. And not necessarily every company has to have only the same kind of positioning. I will show you another example with the same Hotstar. I'm sure that will help you to understand. So I'm sure you would have watched this ad which has been played recently right now. So with this pandemic situation, and it is not safe to go and watch IPL matches outside. So what has been very specifically stressed upon two things. One is the uh, benefit of watching this IPL in Hotstar VIP Plus, like where you can add your friends along with that, and you can chat together and watch the match. It's almost like trying to give you a virtual feeling like that you will be able to watch it along with your friends virtually. So obviously that is the specific feature of that particular app also. And there is also another strategy which has been used on price or quality. It is also giving you the price. Like no, the price is only 3.99 or something like that, which is quite affordable for the people. And then we will also have something called as functional benefit and emotional benefit. Two types of benefits when we talk about product benefits. Functional benefit is what is the benefit which is provided by the particular product. It is almost like the characteristics of it. Say, for example, when we say, like, when you use a particular Lifebuoy soap or a Lifebuoy hand wash or a Dettol hand wash, it protects us from germs. Like, no, that is a feature. That is a very specific feature of a particular product. Even with any kind of paints, like, no, we get to know, like, that there are some shields attached with it, gives us some shining. So those are all some features of the product. So based on what is the feature of the product or benefits that the products will provide, the products can be positioned. Okay. And then coming to the next strategy, usage occasion. On which occasion it will be used. uh, s- One example which I frequently remember for this is the Snickers chocolate. Like, no, I'm sure you would have watched that advertisement. So it is like, no, the ad will goes on like, no, a girl will be very hungry. So, and she will be quite mad. Like, no, since she's hungry, she's not on her own. So obviously, like, no, they say like whenever you're feeling hungry, uh, you can have a Snickers. Meaning the chocolate is not just meant for taste alone. It will give you or give you a kind of a feeling which will make you feel that your tummy is full. So a kind of a filling snack also. That way also it can be positioned, right? So when you eat Snickers, it will satisfy your hunger. At the same time, you also enjoy the chocolate, right? So based on the usage occasion, or even we have a lot of advertisements which is played upon uh, your Britannia Mary or some other biscuits or cookies advertisements, which will have the message like, no, as a tea time snack, you can have something with your tea just for you to relax. So those kind of advertisements all are based on the positioning strategy of usage occasion. Okay. And you can have your positioning strategy based with your competitor also. Say, for example, Dettol and Savlon are two different products, whereas, but the purpose of it is an antiseptic liquid, right? So, Savlon did not have a kind of a stinking kind of aroma which this Dettol usually has. So, that was not available with Savlon. So usually, whenever people talk about Dettol product, the kind of smell that it has, people always feel quite odd, express some odd feeling towards that. So Savlon did not have that particular kind of smell. So the advertisements which came up for Savlon was stressing upon very specifically that kind of aroma, that kind of smell was not there in Savlon, which was used to be in Dettol. So that is a positioning strategy by competitor on price or quality. I'm sure we saw advertisement, the last one, Disney Hotstar, where it was very specifically given that the price is only 3.99. Okay, I'll show you a couple of more advertisements which will specify on price and quality. I'm sure you would have watched this advertisement. I'll show you one more advertisement again. Okay, I'm sure both these Asian Paints advertisements were positioned with only one very important thing which they wanted to convey on price and quality. So, this is what, as I was telling you, it is as simple whenever the company wants to communicate. It is not like we ourselves inside our mind what we fixes it up about a particular product or service. Usually, this is what is being done. The company, whatever they want to position their product inside the mind of the customer, that is given through advertisement. Advertisement is one form of communication through which it is happening. But the strategy what the company adopts is on whatever is available, and then by class of users, depending upon the type of users. Like the example which we saw, the Disney Hotstar VIP Plus is especially meant for kids, right? So on the particular class of users, or obviously the people whoever is going to buy is parents who has kids in that particular age group who would love to watch Disney Plus, right? So by class of users, the product is positioned. The next one is the corporate identity, which the company builds on. Uh, so many companies, like banking companies like HDFC, ICICI, or Tata, all these companies, they would like to establish their identity, right? And they position it accordingly. The example which I want to show you for corporate identity positioning strategy is the Tata launched Vistara, which is a flight services to uh, UK, right? So I will show you that. You can see in this particular advertisement how they have integrated the brand identity. And since this was an international flight by Tata, which was launched, so they also made sure that they brought in the Indian tradition and culture, not the tradition, sorry, the Indian culture. And watch this advertisement now. So that she was truly mesmerizing advertisement which was launched by Tata Vistara during their inaugural flight to London. And this in safety video, like, no, it is beautifully presenting the India's culture, our landscape, and the scenes are so awesome and truly innovative. And Tata has established the corporate identity. Uh, so this is all about the various positioning strategy, different types of strategy that can be adopted. So what I want you to specifically to do is every time whenever you come across any particular product or service, please make sure that you can recollect and start associating with the what is the kind of positioning that has been done, what is the segmentation to which this product or service is catering, to whom it has been targeted. So the concept of STP, whatever we have learned in the last two, three classes, segmentation followed by targeting, and targeting followed by positioning. Please make sure whenever you come across any product or service, try to apply this and see. That will really give you a lot of insights and understand these topics very much. So I will catch up with you in the next video on customer relationship management.